Hi there, I'm Sarah and welcome back to my channel, Rosie Home. So today I am going to do Maeve's 1 week update. So it is 1 week postpartum and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how our first week's gone and yeah, how I'm recovering. So for those of you that don't know, I did have a home birth with my second daughter, Maeve. She was born at 6 AM on Monday morning. So that was Monday the 8th of May. It was a speedy labour and from start to finish, so from my waters breaking at 3:30 AM to her being born was just under 2.5 hours. So it was very quick. I did do live labour updates over on the Channel 1 Facebook page and they have made a video of my labour which I will link down below so you can go and check that out if you want to see how my labour went. I had planned to do more updates but it just went so quickly that I didn't get a chance to. Like the last update I did was at like 5:30 and then half an hour later she was born and I had obviously no idea at that point that she would be born that quickly. So you might hear some weird noises in the background. That is because Maeve is sat down here in her bouncy chair. I will get her out and show you her before the end of this video, but she's quite settled at the moment, so I'm just going to leave her there. So Maeve weighed £7 10 ounces, which is a good size. It's average. I'm glad she wasn't over £8. Rosalie was 7.14, so yeah, I had hoped she would be a little smaller than that. So in the daytime, Maeve is pretty sleepy. She pretty much sleeps all day, just sleeping and feeding. That's the main thing she's been doing. She has started to open her eyes a little bit more, so we are starting to see sort of what she looks like. But she still can't really focus on things yet. She sort of opens her eyes and her eyes sort of roll back into her head. So she's not got to the stage where she's focusing on things yet. Sleep, we seem to have got into a pretty good sort of routine. I hate touch wood, I don't want to jinx us. If we feed her sort of around 10-11 o'clock, she seems to be sleeping through till about 1:32, and then if I feed her and put her back down again, she will wake up around 5:30 for another feed. So that's pretty good. That's sort of like once in the night really. I'm quite pleased with that. She had a few nights where she wouldn't go back to sleep after that second feed. She just wouldn't settle again, but we seem to of getting into our little routine and working out what she likes. She is quite fussy in that she won't, like Rosalie, my first daughter, would feed for like 45 minutes. I could do one boob, then the other boob, and then put her down and she'd sleep. But Maeve isn't like that. She'll have one boob and then she won't take any more. That's it, that's her done. So, but to get her to sleep longer, what I have been doing is putting her down or changing her bum in between, because that will wake her up a little bit, and then I can put her on the other boob. If she doesn't need her bum changed, then I have to sort of lay her down in her crib, wait sort of 10 minutes, and then pick her up and see if she'll feed again. Sometimes she will, sometimes she won't. It is quite hit and miss, but that's what we're trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to give her more so that she'll sleep longer, but yeah, she doesn't. If she doesn't want to feed, she won't feed. She won't be forced into anything. That is quite clear already. She is definitely going to be. Rosalie was quite, I could sort of mould her into the kind of routine that I wanted, but I think Maeve is she's gonna only want to do what she wants to do. Feeding, so far we are exclusively breastfeeding. I exclusively breastfed Rosalie for 14 months, and I'd like to do the same with Maeve. I did try and get Rosie to take a bottle, but she never would. I'm undecided about whether I'm going to try Maeve on a bottle. It would be nice to be able to leave her and go. I've got a few events coming up and if I could get her to drink from a bottle that I could possibly go to, like hen dos and things for close friends, which I might have to miss out on if I can't get her to drink from a bottle. But I'm not really worried about that now. Obviously she's only a week old, so that is a problem to revisit at a later date. So as I said, she is exclusively breastfed and so far that's going quite well. She seems to be, as I said, with Rosalie I sort of fed her every 3 hours and she was quite sort of all through the day and all through the night. Maeve isn't, I'm not following the same pattern. She's not quite like that. She will do that to a certain degree, but then she also, like, every few hours, like, she'll have a period where she'll just want to feed loads. Normally in the early evening, she basically, from about 8 p.m, she's just like on my boobs till about 10. And then she'll go down for like an hour, and then she'll be back up again. Oh, I just felt my boobs then, they are ready. She's due another feed. Yeah, so we kind of have this sort of every 3 hour pattern, but there are periods within that where she just wants to feed lots. But I'm just kind of going with it at the moment. She's still very little, and she is still like, she's still just finding her feet with the feeding, I think. When we got her measured at her 5-day check, she lost 2 ounces from her birth weight, so she went down to 7 pounds 8 ounces, but that's really good. The midwives were really impressed with that, especially because she is breastfed. Most babies normally you lose some of their birth weight, so yeah, she did really well to only lose 2 ounces. That was really reassuring because it made me feel like the feeding was going well. I think we're okay with the feeding. She is quite lazy in that she won't open her mouth really wide. Like, she will if she really wants it, but because sometimes she won't, I have to try and sort of poke it in. Sometimes she cannot quite latch properly, but yeah, we're working on that. She is quite good in that she seems to be able to sleep anywhere. Like, we've been putting her in her Moses basket. She'll sleep in her bouncy chair. She'll sleep in her crib, you can see behind me, next to us in bed. Like, well, we don't co-sleep, but I mean, she'll sleep in the crib next to us when we're in the bed. Yeah, she seems to, her favourite place is probably to sleep in someone's arms and to be cuddled, but she's not, she will settle in other places. And lastly, I'm just going to tell you about her big sister. So Rosalie is loving being a big sister, and I think Maeve is enjoying having her around. Now she has started to look at Rosalie more and to think she recognises her voice, so that's nice for her. Oh, she'll follow if someone else is holding her, like my mum was holding her the other day. And if someone else is holding her and I'm talking, she will listen and follow my voice around the room. So Rosalie wants to help out with everything. She likes to change Maeve's bum, although she just sort of like stands there and gets nappy bags and things, fetches things. She likes to hold her. Every morning she'll come into our bedroom and she'll ask to hold her baby sister. We have tried to stop calling her baby sister because Rosalie keeps calling her baby sister. Yeah, we are trying to use Maeve more. Or Maeve. Maeve is kind of what she's been being called at the moment. I do think I quite like to call her, her initials are, her full name is Maeve Elizabeth, so her initials are ME, so I quite fancy calling her Mimi. So I do sometimes call her Mimi. I keep looking down there, that's because that's where she is. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I have been calling her, I guess the family call her Maeve more, but yeah, I am trying to start calling her Mimi because I think that's quite cute. That's it, I think. I'll get her out and you can have a little look. You're gonna go and say hello? Because you are quite awake, aren't you? Are you quite awake? You aren't feeding? Yeah, you do. Oh. We have started giving her a dummy. We've been using the MAM dummies. I don't know if there is one in here. I don't know where that's gone. And we've been sometimes giving her them at night. I just think when you do exclusively breastfeed, look. Oh, you're not going to be very happy. You're not going to be very happy. She wants to feed. So yeah, we have started to give her a dummy. It's still quite big for her at the moment because she's obviously very, very tiny, so she doesn't have it very often, but sometimes if we're changing her in the middle of the night, we've been putting the dummy in to stop her because she hates being changed and screams. But yeah, that's another thing I could tell you. As most newborn babies don't like being changed, doesn't like being naked, doesn't like being nudie, and she cries when we change her nappy. So I normally try and feed her straight after. Oh, babas. Did Mummy wake you up and now you want to feed? So I think we're going to call that a day. You're just gonna smile nicely for Mummy. Whoa, that was a bum bum. Is that better now? So, yeah, she doesn't like having her bum changed, so I normally try and time it so I can feed her straight after, so that will help settle her. But yeah, she's doing really well. She's fitted into our family perfectly. Yeah, it's lovely. I'm really enjoying having her here with us. Even if you are smelly, you got a smelly bum. You got a smelly bum. Right, I'm going to go now and change the smelly nappy and then feed her. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing how she's doing. Oh, my recovery. So postpartum, my belly has pretty much gone down. I'll see if I can insert a picture. Wow, no, there's still a little bit of a paunch and I can't fit into my jeans. But I mean, it's only been a week. But yeah, I am trying to be a bit healthier just because one, I'm feeding Maeve, so I want to make sure that she gets lots of goodness into the breast milk, and also because I do have a bit of weight to lose and I don't want to make it any harder than it is going to be already. I even went up a size in my favourite jeans so I could wear jeans, but I do need to get back down to the size I was before. But, you know, it'll happen when it happens. I'm hoping that with all this breastfeeding, I'll turn into a skinny mini. Wish me luck. Also, I didn't have any stitches when I gave birth, and I only had 2 with Rosalie, but I am like amazed at how not sore I am. Like, I'm a bit achy down below, but nowhere near what I was first time round, so that's quite nice. What else? Recovery wise, yeah, that's it really. I'm still a bit achy, but nothing big really. I'm quite surprised at how well it went. I think sometimes if you have a quick labour it can be really horrendous, but this just seemed to go really well, and my recovery has been definitely a lot smoother than it was first time round. Haven't really had any stinging when I've been weeing or anything like that. It's been really good. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about Maeve. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.